we are back up here at camp. I don't have a tag. I was successful in my last video on the opener hunt, so today I'm going in with the 22 because there's a lot of grouse. And then it's just me and Chris and Wachong. They both still have tags, so we're gonna go up here and maybe they can shoot a deer. But it is cold, which I like. Spike. There's a spike. Oh, we just got up to this little flat. There were like 3 does and a spike standing right there, like 20 yards looking at us in the trees. And then they took off up to the top of that ridge. Nothing big, nothing legal as far as I could see. But we're just gonna keep working this way. We're still hunting. The wind is really bad. It's blowing kind of where we want to go. So we're trying to cheat the wind and just still hunt through the timber. See if we can just walk right up to a buck. So just kind of work our way and like keep your eyes peeled out. Deer might just be standing looking at you. Brown.
Let's find him.
I need you to stop looking at the ground.
No, it was just right there.
Sure. Good find.
Thanks.
We jumped a deer or two back over here in the timber and they started going this way. And so like when you crawl, like you were just inching your way. We're trying to be as quiet as we can, but it's hard because the ground is frosted. So it has that frosty crunch to it. So we've been trying to do our best to mitigate that by just moving extra slow and kind of scanning our way through the trees. We just crested. I was talking to my brother right here, and I look up and there's a deer bedded in the sun. One doe, but she might have buddies. Try to scoot your way and crawl your way up to that rock.
You see the one down there? There's one down in the bushes down here. There's another doe.
How far
decided to put a stalk on just in case there was a bug that was hiding. I think it's just three does. And they're walking towards us because they're just like these guys are two idiots. They're like 50 yards walking towards us. Hey, right here, Chris, right here, right here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh my goodness, dude. I see him. You see him? He's going to the right. Oh, jeez. Jumping over there. Oh my goodness, man. I think these are the same toes.
So remember when I was talking and before I was rudely interrupted by this buck and I was saying that the does were calling us idiots? We're idiots. That hurts. We came over to this long ridge, and the moment we sat back down, I saw 3 deer run up the ridge. I think it's 3 does. Sun's up high. It's really warm today, which actually feels pretty nice. It was super cold this morning. But we're on top of this small little spiny ridge, and you can't glass far. Like 300 yards, if even, that is the farthest we can see, but we're on top of a spiny ridge and you can just see down into the small guts of these draws. So if there's a deer, it's like 100, 200 yard shot. But these are typically where you want to position yourself, because when you position yourself in tight corridors like this, deer are just more prone to moving versus a giant wide open hill face. Like, you're probably not going to see a random deer just chilling in a wide open hillside during the middle of the day like this. So if you find yourself concentrated in the timber where deer are most likely spending their day, usually you'll have first dibs when they start to get up from their beds and start to come out, because you're just closer to where the deer are. And we've had a lot of action ever since we got back into this little pocket in here. We've just been encountering deer left and right, which is a good sign. Just some very unfortunate events. It happens. It's hunting. It's part of the fun. It is 4:35. I have been battling allergies all day. Chong just shot a buck about 30 minutes ago, and they're asking for help. So Chris and I were about as far away as you can get from them right now. So we're gonna work our way over there and slowly hunt our way over there. Maybe we'll get lucky and shoot one on the way.
That's all you guys got done? Oh my goodness, I thought by the time we got here,
We were waiting.
it was over.
Waiting for you guys.
What the heck? Nice work, dude.
Thank you, man.
We made it over to Chong's deer, and they're slowly processing it. It's a pretty good deer. It's what we would call decent mid-size 4-round deer camp here. These are the ones where, like, you don't pass up. Most of us were just looking for the first legal 3-point, but some of us, depending on the certain year, like, they might pass up those little dinky 3s. But these are the ones where Usually you're not passing it up.
I got my pack loaded up. This is pretty light. I can get used to pack outs like this. When you got 5 dudes packing out one deer, it's not bad. Chong might shoulder mount him if his dad says yes, because he needs money support. All loaded up. Time to get out of here.
Everything. Okay. All right. Hopefully that's everything.
At that time I knew it actually shot straight. It's fine. It's like shooting like a little bit to the right. Sometimes.
It's myself, Chris, and Wachong today. Since Wachong got his deer yesterday, he's just gonna tag along with us. So Chris is the only tag holder. We're working our way up this long finger ridge. We are already almost at the top, so we're waiting for more sunlight so that once we get up there, we can just see, and if there's a buck, a legal buck, we can just shoot it. There's a buck, Chris. There's a buck. Big one. He looks like, I don't know, that looks like a dude. He's in the timber. He's down in the trees. He might be a 2x2. I think he's a 2. He's going to the right. Should we stay here? Is that a doe? The one right there. Is there one down there? That's a doe. Oh, doe. She's milking. There was a small buck in there. He might have been a 2x2. And some does. So we tried to cut over the saddle to cut them off, but they kind of just started trotting. There's still a deer right there. That's a doe.
want to tell them what's going on?
We're gonna go blast the deer. We're gonna go bump him in his bed. And I'm gonna blast him.
Why are you so motivated all of a sudden?
That's my mom's idea.
Chris's parents came up yesterday night, and his mom just shot a buck right over there. So they've got a buck down, and these guys are totally unprepared. They're too cold, so we're gonna go hike around. We're gonna drop to the backside over towards where we had that encounter with that buck yesterday. Tried to go still hunt. We sat here for a little bit overlooking some open stuff, but no deer moving through. So if the deer are moving through, it's your sign to make a move. There's another one. That's a doe. Small buck. It's a spike. 2x2. I have a bigger buddy with them. We have a little 2x2 bedded right there. Like 70 yards. We came down to this open knob, and I jumped a doe, ran over here. We came over and looked, and that doe had a 2-point. There still could be more deer bedded below where we can't see because of the contour. So we're just staying put, just in case something else walks. But he's bedded. He was looking at us. He was up, and then he just bedded down. Just does not care about us. This little 2-point down here, his right ear looks like it's been torn in half, or frostbitten in half, or just naturally grew like that. Pretty unique. If he gets up to rebed, we might just go and peek down into that little draw because we think there's more deer bedded down there. We just don't want to go up there right now with where he's at and jump him and then have him jump the other deer and never get to look at them. But we might post up here for the day because I think there's more deer in here. And there's a little open face about 300 yards to our left over here that I just think has a good shot of deer coming out for the evening. That is all that guy ever does. Chris's mom is such a loving mom.
Mm-hmm.
She
she packed him fresh rice, and Chris just put some water in there to make it the classic Manger Day translation, rice with water. And then he's eating with a beef stick. What a meal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm over here with a whole bag of chips. And this guy over here, he hasn't seen the sun since this morning.
We're taking our siesta. We're gonna shoot a buck right here this evening. Hopefully. Maybe not. But our little 2-point buddy that was right there, he got up from his bed and he's just right behind this knob over here, like 10 yards away, and he is fearless. I wish all deer were as fearless as him, but we have a lot of wussy deer, and they run when you see them, or when they see you. That guy just does not care about us. Doesn't care is not the right word. He's just not scared of us. He's fearless. So he walked up and took some photos of him. And his ear is really weird, so we're going to call him a half ear. That way when the inevitable day of him turning a 3-point comes, we can frame his killer. I hope it's not him. Two of them. The one to the right's a doe. The one to the left is really brown. Do you see that one to the left? They're all coming out, all does. Oh, there's 4 of them.
There's like 5, dude.
There's a lot. There might be a buck though. Let him go to the top. If he can manage. What a mean fawn. Wait, that's a doe. Oh yeah, they're both looking down there. There's definitely something down there. That doe is definitely looking at something. Probably another deer. We have this herd of 7 does and a spike. But the lead doe just perked her head up and is looking down in the draw between us and them. And usually when deer are alert like that, they're looking at something. So hopefully there's another deer coming up from the bottom towards them. And we can see it. And hopefully it's a legal deer.
Simple dinner made by mom. Peppers, fung sausage, peas and pork. We even got fish. First time ever eating fish at deer camp, and some cold chicken, some rice. You having fun?
We made it to our spot that we're gonna sit this morning. Got here a little bit early, so we're waiting for the sun to come up so that we can see. Drop our way down there, and hopefully there's a bug standing there. Go. Slowly go over there. That's the... This is Happy here, the two boy from yesterday. He's got a doe with him, or two does. Doing it fun.
Chris and I were doing a photo shoot, and Wachong spotted a buck down at the bottom. He doesn't look legal. He looks like a 2x1, and that is the biggest spike antler I've ever seen. But we're gonna make sure that he doesn't have a buddy, or that he doesn't have a cheater or a kicker somewhere. He's about 415 yards.
No eye guards.
He looks flat on the bases.
So sad.
There might be more. That's the weirdest looking deer I've ever seen.
Yeah, deer.
He heard that click.
I was so ready.
Yeah, he heard that. He looked up.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how sad are you?
0. I'm so happy.
I can feel your heartache from here.
It's not, don't worry.
Oh, your heart's crying.
It's yours.
Yes. I'm heartbroken for you.
Same. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm so happy right now.
Sure.
I didn't know a buck is gonna come out.
We're looking at 2 right now.
A big buck.
Good.
How you filming me?
This is where we say goodbye.
That's right. It's okay. I'll shoot a big buck without you guys.
I know. Don't miss us
Saying
too
no,
much.
Huh? You gotta say yes for what? He don't want me to shoot a deer.
Miss his chance.
Nah. Go shoot a
Second
198 7x9.
Not
Okay.
even 200.
Just right here.
Yeah.
Good luck. If we hear your gunshot, we'll come back.
That's right.
Leave it.
Alright.
Alright, good luck.
Go shoot a grass.
I'm bump the buck.
Sounds good. You better. Don't be pushing that way.
We bid farewell to Chris. Chris is off to go still hunt his way back this way. Chong and I were headed back to the truck, and then we have to go to camp and clean up and get out of here. This is all I have for Deer Camp 2025, so I have to head out. But Chris and his parents, they still have multiple days left, so Chris is gonna go hunt while we hike out. Had a good hunt with Chris. We just couldn't pull it together, so hopefully on his own he connects on one.
Legal?
Oh, there's so many.
I think that's the one you saw.
We just, you guys can hear the ATV. There's an ATV rider right here. We talked right here. He's like, you see anything? I'm like, we saw doing 2 fawns. He drives off. I look right there. There's 4 bucks. It looks like they're all forkies, but we talked right there. It just goes to show you, man, when you're on ATVs like that, you just drive right past these deer and you wouldn't even know. Like, I was talking to him. Walk, look right there. They're just standing looking at you. All right, we made it back to camp, and Chinu shot a buck earlier. He shot a whitetail buck, which he shot it right by the road, so we were able to actually just get the deer back to camp whole. But we're gonna clean up eventually here and head out.
This is the harvest for the guys that stayed back. So this is Chong's buck. That was the first one, and then this is the one that Chris's mom shot yesterday. Just a nice little 3-point. We were looking hard to try to find one of these ones. Chong might shoulder mount him, so we caped him out.
And then the rest of the family is gonna show up tomorrow because they're gonna do the second weekend. But this weekend, or this upcoming weekend, for the first time in however many years, I'm gonna miss out because I have really good friends that decide to put their weddings on a weekend of deer season. So I'm headed to California for a wedding next weekend, which is why I decided to dedicate some of the weekdays back to deer camp just to get my due diligence here. So that's a wrap. The next one is my doe tag.